Hi, I'm Greg Dell here with attorney Rachel Alters. And Rachel, I want to discuss with you a lot of people who get denied their long-term disability benefits get the letter, and obviously it says you have the right to appeal. And sometimes the claimant will be, oh, it's no big deal, just go ahead and send us, go ahead and send us your appeal and we'll look at it and we'll get back to you. But let's talk about why that, what I call that the trap. And two things I want to talk about is why is that a trap to just go ahead and quickly send an appeal in? And also, what's the advantage for someone to have a lawyer help them with their appeal versus them doing it on their own? So they kind of go hand in hand, but
Right.
let's first about why is this a trap for someone to go quickly on filing an appeal?
Well, this is what the insurance companies often do. They send a letter to the claimant telling them that they're not going to be approving their benefits, but they have a chance to appeal it. They give them 180 days to appeal, and the insurance company are actually hoping that the client or the claimant doesn't hire a lawyer. This is a trap because they want them to send in a very quick letter with no real objective evidence, such as additional medical records, testing, all the things that a lawyer like us would send a client to do to prepare a proper appeal. They're hoping that the appeal comes in and it's incomplete and it's brief, and that they have reasonable grounds to not overturn it and to affirm their decision. So when the claimant goes to court and sues the insurance company, the judge looks at it and says, well, there's nothing in the file to show that you were disabled, and he basically affirms the insurance company's decision. So this is a trap, and it's a trap that claimants shouldn't fall into.
And why would you advise a client to not rush in doing their appeal, even though obviously a client's like, look, I got no money, I've been waiting 180 days, usually the elimination period, plus now they took another 60 days to review the claim, they denied me, so I'll say, Rachel, I'm 8 months with no payments, why are you telling me not to rush this?
Because the most important thing you can do is to do a thorough appeal. And a thorough appeal is one that has medical records that are complete, that show how disabled you are, that has additional testing such as functional capacity evaluations or maybe neuropsych evaluations depending on what your disability is, that has a complete administrative record, because if you rush into it and you just file it quickly, the likelihood is you're going to get denied again. So if you do a complete appeal, you don't necessarily have to take the full 180 days, but oftentimes it does take that much time to get an appeal complete, to get the doctors to sign off on attending physician statements supporting your disability, and to make your appeal as complete as possible in order to, number one, get it approved, or if for some reason it's not approved and you end up in court, to get the judge to rule in the claimant's favor, stating that the insurance company was arbitrary and capricious in denying the claim. So there's a lot of reasons why.
So there's a lot of people who will say, oh, I sent them 2 pages or a page of information and that was my appeal. And how does that differ from an appeal that you would do versus this quick appeal that the insurance company is trying to get someone to do without a lawyer?
I often explain this to a lot of our clients because they say, well, do I have to wait such a long time, or why does it take several months to get an appeal submitted? And I tell them, our appeals usually consist of somewhere between 25 to sometimes 50 or 100 pages of records, and sometimes it's thousands of pages of medical records depending on the disability of the claimant. I often am hiring experts. We're hiring a vocational expert who's going to do a review, who's going to give an expert opinion about why the claimant can't work and why the insurance company was wrong in their determination as to the specific jobs they claim that the claimant can do. There's so many different things that we do as attorneys to make sure that the appeal is as good as it possibly can be in order to get them approved for their benefits.
Now, I know we talked about the length and the period of time that we take to do this appeal, but certainly if someone called us with 2 weeks left, or they just didn't get around to do it, or they all of a sudden said, oh, maybe I'm not going to do it on my own, I'll contact a lawyer, are you still able to help that person on a tight time frame?
Absolutely. In most circumstances, we can.
Okay. So if you have a claim that's been denied by your long-term disability insurance company, or even if you're considering applying or you've already done your appeal, you need to file a lawsuit, feel free to call Rachel or any of the other attorneys in our law firm. We will always offer you a free consultation, and we'll let you know immediately via phone whether or not we're able to assist you.